It was good.
It was good. So let's go back the other way. Always check that bridle. Somehow it always ends up pulling out the right side. I don't know why I got Agave. Agave jelly. Look at the toys and the good side for you to draw. We don't have to do that. All right, so we're just gonna do a couple more canters.
She gonna poop? Yeah. I wanna poop. Thank you.
Okay, sound the circle down here. And Nancy, you can do a little bit of lateral work at walk. Just watch for this horse that's cantering. Straighten on the left on, yep, good, and rounder. Straighten on the left so that when you touch on the right, it doesn't make a dip in her body. That she just comes round and her neck and her spine feels still straight to you. Not falling out the left. Yep, good, and canter right. Straighten on the left. Okay, let's try that again and see if we can have her straighter. Sit back, don't post. Sit back and round. Good. And keep the left rein, don't let her fall into travers. Keep the left rein, and canter right. All right, kinda. Good, and rounding. Good. Good, straighten on the left. Straighten on the left. Yes, and round, yes, better. And down, a little bit more submissive. That's better. That easy, yes. Careful, your shoulder blades back. You have to sit very delicately on the horse's back. Good. And back to sitting trot. So bring her back and put your shoulders back. Yes, yes, canter right. So we just I'll water. Okay. We'll see. I'll water, or Sue or somebody can water her. Sue and Lily because I got her and then Sue. But I do not recall any comment.
This is the second time she's doing it to us. You don't recall, I don't recall. This is the second time she's like, oh, I told you I couldn't do it. And usually, I'm good about remembering those things.
And me too. I wouldn't have said.
Yeah,
I was standing with the calendar.
Yeah.
We were looking at the calendar.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible that I forgot, but.
No.
But,
You
is she
wouldn't
gonna be okay? She's
She
on?
said she's on Thursday, Friday, and next week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Alright, let's hope she's here while we're gone.
I will, talk to Stephanie, Paula Stephanie tonight, and,
Have backup.
yeah, if, like, Phil can keep an eye on.
Oh,
nobody's
yeah,
here,
yeah.
I will call Stephanie.
Okay,
And Stephanie, other Stephanie said she will also.
okay, good.
Hey, my kidneys are moved. We're officially moved in.
Okay, that is true. Okay, Francina, right now, Cantor. Don't think about it. Whoopsie, okay, so that was left lead. It's left lead. And Cantor right now. Good, better, good. Sit back, don't get pumping. Stay back, sit against the downwards motion. Yes, stay back. It doesn't matter, walking, try once more. Sit back, and canter before too much fussing. Okay, walking, that's left lead. Sit back. Now you're gonna do it. Walk, and canter right. Nope, that's left lead. Walk again. Good. Rounding. Down in the right and canter right. Down in the right. Good. Let it go. Yeah. Good. Yep, down. Yeah, down in the right. Good. Sit back, Francina. Sit back. That's better. Back to collected trot. Good. Sit back. Sitting trot, not half posting. Sit, hands together, don't go wide. Sit. Good, posting trot. And stretch. Yes, not that she's falling, let's see. Balance, and give, make sure she stays back. Yes, work it out that she stays back and then you give and she doesn't lug. Yeah, give and see what happens. Give and see what happens. Let go. Hands go forward. Your shoulders back. That's okay. Good, your shoulders back. Slow. Not too bad. And walking. Yeah, that's okay. That's good. And walking. So, right lead canter, we kind of have to sneak it in on her a little bit because when she's really thinking about doing the right lead, because you bend it right, she goes way and hunches in. Her hunches come way in. When we did it this last time, and like last 2 or 3 times, she was straight, you snuck it in.
Yeah.
Okay, she made a mistake a couple times because she was straight.
Okay.
So instead of her getting in that, so in her mind, or for some reason her body right now, and how old is she?
9.
You might check whether Atticon would be beneficial for her.
Okay. How do I
so
check that? Because I asked you.
Flex her up, now that we notice a little bit more of that consistent hunches in. I don't feel it so much, but.
She gets twisted.
different
Her body gets all contorted and
Yeah.
twisted to the right.
So, let me ride her a few more times
Right.
before I decide whether or not, because I didn't really feel, and then, but Atticon or something like that might be in order at 9 years old.
Okay.
And that just is for joint health.
Okay.
So, what she was doing, and this is how she's been over this time, when she anticipates right lead canter, she puts her haunches in, which is not the best apart. Then you have to get it apart, and then you have to straighten it, and then
Yeah.
so then, when she was walking and you snuck it in, she was straight enough that she wasn't sure if it was right lead or left lead.
Okay.
But we don't want her to get crooked to get right lead.
Yeah.
And so we had to play with that a little. So, okay, no, it's not the left lead. Walk, canter.
Yeah.
And then 2 times she went wrong lead, I think it was 2. And then she did the right lead, but she did it much straighter than doing it in hunches in.
Yeah.
So then we have to reward that, so
Yeah.
that her body gets the idea can be straight
Mm-hmm.
and still get into right and canter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not that she has to have this
Contortion, because she does it.
contortion in order to get into right and canter.
Yeah, she does it. I can feel it, so I feel like I really need to get her straight.
Well, and so that's it, but you had to sneak in the transit, so
Okay,
as soon as she knows you think she's going to canter, it doesn't even take you moving a muscle. You think canter and she goes like this.
Yeah.
Because she can tell there's a slight movement of your body and they are so attuned to
Yeah.
every movement.
Right, right.
That as soon as you think canter, you kind of move and she goes, well, okay, canter's coming, I'm going to go in this position.
Right, right.
So we didn't let her or you have time.
That's
It
why
was
you were
walk
saying,
canter.
that's why you were saying do it right now.
Do it right now because
Do it
I don't
right
want her
now.
to think you, yeah.
Yes,
You need
okay.
to surprise her.
Yeah, okay.
Not that you really need to surprise her, but so that she doesn't go into her,
Right.
this is how I get into canter position.
Right, yeah.
So we had to kind of fake her out a little bit.
Yeah, I see.
Now, so it's possible that there's something in her body when she thinks of going to the right that makes her want to protect herself and go into trouble. That can be physical and it can be not physical. It can be just pain. But she's done it for the whole time I've known her. So what you'd have to do, what I would suggest you do, I would have Dr. Esselstyn flex her up, see if there's any difference in the flexion test, which is where they dive off, those. They're not that scientific, they're not that perfect. I don't really see any significant difference between right and left in trot. But she's kind of angry in that transition, and she's kind of tense. Whereas the left transition is not.
So easy.
It's so easy.
Will you ride her for the next couple times,
And
see
then
what you
we'll see.
think?
And then we'll go
Yeah.
from there. Because if I don't have the issue, then it's simply riding.
Yeah, it might just,
If I have no issue, zero.
yeah, it might be me.
Well, no, I don't really think you're doing that. You're just not correcting that. It isn't that you're making it happen.
Okay.
Because remember, she's always, how I've always said to you, we have to have that little bend right for her to get the right lead. That's not actually correct. And she came like that, so I don't think unless you did it in the time before.
No, because I barely even cantered with Judy.
So then you did it, it's just her.
Or unless Judy did it. I don't know.
No, I probably it was just either always in her training like that that's what they did, or she has a physical reason. It can be simply a gymnastic reason too, but we wouldn't want to, if she flexes fine, then you don't have to do much of anything.
Right.
Or even Cosequin though would be not a bad thing, although,
Well, we have her on the MSN.
MSM is totally different.
Oh.
Yeah, it has no chondritin sulfates in it. MSM is completely different.
Oh, I thought that was for the joints too.
It really isn't that effective. It's very cheap though, so, and Cosequin isn't as cheap. Not sure why she'd have to have the MSM.
She's been on it. I don't know. What does the MSM do?
So MSM is usually good for like neurological things. She doesn't have any of that.
No. Maybe I should get her Cosequin.
I think maybe we'd switch.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that. Yeah.
All right, so I can get it up at that feed store, right?
I'm sure you can, or you can look online, because you probably get it
Just
cheaper.
Cosequin for horses.
Yes.
I'll do that.
And, you can look at some of the ones, I can't think of the ones that might be cheaper. Cosequin is the most well-known. And I don't, so we kind of go to the Adequan because those are actually more effective. But, let's just think about it.
Okay, yeah.
But I think you could get one jar of Cosequin and let's just start her on it.
Okay.
If we decide something else would be better, she can finish that jar and then
And step up.
we would do something
Because that's
else.
kind of like a before step, it
Yeah.
sounds like.
Yeah, it's just a lot of times they say that those are not very effective, just like, people are injected in their joints. Well, the Adequan and the, hold on for just one second. The Adequan and the, Legend those are not injected into the joints. Those are just given, one is given, one is given IM by us, which we can give, I can give. And the other is given IV, but in the back. One is like $40 a month and the other's like $125.
Well, Bridget does it, we should give them an injection.
She does that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, thanks, Nancy, for doing that for me.
When you get into a line, I'm glad to help.
Yeah, no, thank you. Well, I thought something's out there not happy.
Usually they're here when I come for my floor.
Yes, well, I didn't realize it was as late as, I was thinking you were, I mean, I just think when I see you it's 4.
Uh-huh. So do you have time for a lesson or no, or?
Oh, yeah, no, we're doing your lesson.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
No, I'm, there, Alicia's here.
So I was listening to, I listened to this, the FEI dressage podcast, which is
Yeah.
just dressage radio.
Yeah,
And, so they were talking about shoulder in and leg yield and how important, like this concept of, kind of what you were explaining about the idea of, you ask for a little bit, you shape it, you ask for a little bit, you shape it.
yes,
And then some horses that are really sensitive, how important that is. Because if you just like, a bigger warm blood, just ask for it, like they're gonna throw their head up. And I'm like, what does that sound
yes,
like?
yes,
So that was,
yes, no, that's a really good,
yeah, so that was just kind of reinforcing what I was working on, trying to get the leg yields last week. It's just this finesse timing.
yes, a little bit and then a little rounder and then rebalance and, because actually our aids can throw off the balance really easily.
Yeah, with him, he's so sensitive.
Yes,
I use my leg or my, my hand too hard, and the head comes up and
yes,
frustrated with me.
okay, and let's round a little bit more. And it's always keeping that roundness. I'm always checking that, always asking, that's the shaping. That neck has got to stay because that shaping has to do with the suppleness of the jaw, pole, and neck and the half hawk for the balance. So you will be doing all of those. And rounding and trotting now, just, yeah. And ask a little. Rounding your, I can see the stiffness in your own right hand is going to result in stiffness in, right there, feel that stiffness, yeah, keep that looseness, get it again, get it again, get it again, left rein and round down in the right. Get it again, yeah, it's got to have that little bit more roundness. You really have to go for more. Now you're getting more, but don't let him pull it away. Yes, it's just your timing, it's balance and straightness. So he can't fall left and stay round. He can't fall on the forehand and stay round. He must stay balanced to stay supple. Good, and now try to go. Feel, oopsie, now I'm thinking about it, where's he stiffening? Yep, I'm thinking more about it, what's happening? Round it again, yes. Yeah, he fell left, twisted his head, yes, and now trotting, try again, not bad, go. So I thought that was good. Now go on the long side. It's easier to train on the long side in the beginning. Good. Now rounding. Yes. And then soften and let his ears be floppy. And rounding. Little more. And let his ears be floppy. And you have to round a little through the right. Yes. Yes, play. There you go. Very good. Yeah, very good. All the way around once again, because this is not that easy, as you know. And rounding. Yeah, work that. Yes, that was good. Then, Nancy, you can remember that you can actually put your right hand into the neck to round as well. Yes, without too much changing the body. Good, good. And now let's make a downwards transition. And round, round. Careful now, because you don't want his body to stiffen, and that's because he flattens his back slightly. So you have to keep your leg asking him to stay correct in his top line. Yes, and a little rounder, 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 rounder. Take it rounder, rounder, down in the right. But keep it straight. So when you took it down in the right, you took your hand to the right and he went left. Yeah, better. Now, take that into trot. Rounding as you go. Yes. Yes. So that was good. If you can keep your hands close, his neck stays really well. Go full arena. And then you can add a little more trot, but okay, yep, and then rounding, feel your way down in the right again. Yeah, keep softening there. And in a little rounder, and then, yeah, rounder in the right. Yes, again. And you almost have to feel which motion works the best. Yes. Yes, and you have a number of them. You can push inward. You can round downward. You can straighten the left. You can straighten the right. You can bring him more forward. You can balance him back. You can bring him more lateral. All of these things can be used to make the horse better. Round down. Yes, 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 yes. And then a little bit more forward. And then round down. Round down. Oopsie. So that's just a softness there. Yes, that's good. And a transition to walk. And I'm going to run to the house fast and I'm going to look better.
Okay.
And I'm going to say kiss the baby.
Well, you can practice it. Okay. I don't know right now.
Good. Rounding, yeah, keeping the shape. Shape the neck. Keep the shape. Rounding. Now ask for trot, but keep the balance and keep the shape. Keep it, whoopsie, so the reins got longer, or he took them out longer.
I think they got longer. I think it was me.
And rounding.
This way I have a little bit harder time keeping them straight. I feel like I'm hanging on the left shoulder a little bit.
Good. And then when you're ready, trotting. And down in the left. You have to remember, yes, the right and the left. Both, touch right, touch left. Yes, and now go. Don't let the haunches get, touch right. So you kind of do nothing when you ask. You have to keep the touching. Don't go if he's halfway lifting off the bit. Left side, so you're losing your left side. You're losing your left side when you take to the right. Yep, so that's when he throws his haunches in. Do you feel that feeling right there?
Mm-hmm.
He went in on his shoulder there. So he's not symmetrical anymore. Yep, whoop, yep, good. And now trotting. Round down. Yeah, don't go crooked. Just don't do it. Better that we struggle through this. Good, and flexing left, because I can tell that as soon as you ask, it's not going to have any suppleness in the left side. Yeah, and now the left side, keep the right, yes, keep the right, yes, yes, keep the right, and trot, keep the right, and the left, yes, better, and the left, yes, keep them both. Turn his head slightly left or you're going to lose the neck. Yeah, it's too much right. Good, and a little bit left. Circle. Good, a little bit more forward so he has something to work with. Good, better. Keep right, and then a little bit, yeah, keep right when you have a little flexion left. And you can just touch release. Even when I say keep, I don't mean keep the rein, I mean keep him down. That doesn't mean you have to hold it solid. You can touch and give. Now push the rib cage slightly towards the right. And rounding. And feel the back swing. Yep, and rounding. A little bit more forward. Good. Yes, and rounding a little more so that you can put your leg on. Yep, reins are getting a little longer. Rounding. Come, push through. Flexing. A little bit left at the rib cage. Because you're now we're all focused on the neck, and he's really in a bit of travers. So move, that has to be your leg. Bring the shoulders to the left. Yeah, and turn the nose left. Bring the shoulders and turn the nose so he doesn't tilt. So if your right hand is going over the mane, one, your rein's too long, but two, you're going to end up, if your right hand goes over the mane, he's going to tilt. Turn the head to the left. And now bring the shoulders. Turn the head to the left. Yeah, you see it goes on and off. Keep left contact. Keep left contact. and bring the shoulders. And keep left contact. Keep left contact to the left and bring the shoulders. Come on, bring them. Bring the shoulders and keep the left side of his face. Keep it. So so keep it, keep it, keep it, keep it. So you can't be on and off. Yeah, on the left. So then he pushed then he pushed back out in the shoulder. Just move the rib cage, not the shoulder. Yup. Yup, and turn the nose back to the left. A little bit more trot will help. Good, so take the nose to the left slightly. Yeah, without being indirect, because we have to bring the shoulder in. Yeah, so you have to have an open leading rein since we're trying to get into shoulder 4. Yeah, bring him. Bring him anyway, like you're going to spiral in. Go ahead, bring him anyway. Take him anyway. Yes, and not the shoulder going out. Good, now you have to reduce the stress of those aids right now. And take him anyway. Doesn't mean take him harder, but keep him coming anyway to the left. His shoulders need to come in like you're spiraling into a smaller circle. Smaller circle, not bigger circle. Smaller circle, so less left leg pushing the shoulder. Just move the rib cage towards your right leg. Yes, just push and bring the shoulder in. And just keep the left rib cage. Yeah, so he should not be leg yielding. He's kind of leg yielding out. Go down to 10-meter circle.
Go down to 10-meter circle?
Yeah, spiral in to a 10-meter circle. Keep the rib cage out. Turn the forehand in. Turn it in. Keep the rib cage out. Turn it in. Turn the circle smaller, smaller, smaller. Yeah, just keep the rib cage. So, yeah, into your right leg. So that it'll go into your right leg from your left leg. Move the, but bring the shoulder. So it's not the shoulder. Yeah, that's better. It's not, keep the shoulders coming in. If you just keep that coming in, you'll get the rib cage. Bring the shoulders in. He has to understand to compartmentalize his body. That his shoulders are still coming in, but his rib cage is not. Yes. Turn. Rib cage. Turn. Rib cage. That's it. Turn. Rib cage. And walking. Yeah, that was it at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I could start it. I didn't get it very right, obviously, but I could feel it starting.
Your pants match the paddles, too.
Yeah, I know. It's easier to see on the video.
Oh, I bet, yeah. Good idea.
I try not to wear my black pants, right? When I look at the video, especially when I have the camera closer to you, because then it reinforces what you said in my lesson, and I can
Sure.
see a little bit if I'm doing it right or what I'm doing wrong.
Okay. Now let's go. Let's work this side again. And really and truly, I mean, this shaping and maintaining him is not a bad thing to be working on.
No, especially with him. I want to get this. If I don't get this right, anything else.
I know it.
I'm not doing it right.
Right, because he's not really,
Right.
he's not really quite in the right place gymnastically. And I was thinking about writing this article. I don't know if I have time, but how did the Spanish horses make me a much better rider?
Yeah, that'd be a great article.
Because they really do.
Well, they're so sensitive.
You cannot make mistakes.
Yeah.
They're very mobile in their bodies. Stiffness doesn't always show up as stiffness. But
they're very trained. I feel they're very transparent.
They,
You know, they, like,
yes.
you can tell when he's not round enough because he's not round enough. He's not sort of faking it.
No. No, that's right. They are very transparent.
And if he's not straight, something's sticking way out. His shoulders are sticking out, or his haunches are sticking in. So yeah, it's very good.
And round the neck. Yes. Go for that little bit more. I don't know if you can, you might not feel it now, but you will begin to feel the back of the horse.
Yeah, I can start to feel it when
Have
I get it. I
more-
can feel the
yes.
back get cushy.
Yes, that's right. So it's just a little bit deeper. And let's go to trot. Rounding, rounding. So you kind of were getting it, and then you wanted, so you got about 20 strides into preparation for the trot, but you lost his neck. And now let's trot. Yes, 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 well done. Don't stiffen your own arms. Round him as if you're touching and releasing all the time, one side or another. Seek out the stiffness. Yes, yes. And then it's the feeling like he drops into it. And then his ears flop. I really like that image. Yes, rounder, a little bit rounder. And you should also be able to see that arc in his neck. He can actually lower his head slightly. Rounder, rounder, rounder. Yeah, shape the neck. Keep the body coming straight. Yes, and swinging and soften. Yes, good. At C, 20-meter circle. Yeah, rounding. Yeah, so we lost him in the corner way before he came up way above the bit. So don't lose him. Then you have to take him from a big place. Don't lose him, don't lose him. Don't lose him. Don't lose him. Yeah, good, better. Stay in the circle. Don't lose him in your hands. Good. A little bit more forward should help you. And a rounding. Down, 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 down. Down lower. Down lower. Then you close your leg a little. Up. Yep. Do that again. Down lower. And then you close your leg a little. A little. Then down lower. Yes. So he understands. Go forward with your head arched. Play there a little. Yeah, so you continue shaping the neck while you, yes, yes, and yes, that's better. Keep doing it while you are putting him in front of you. Just like, yes, good. Yes, good. Yes. Now bend the rib cage. Don't lose, yet, but don't push him out the left rein. You have him good. You just move the rib cage. So that means you have to maintain shoulder 4. Try again. Good. And rounding. So you didn't take quite enough time at walk to ensure he wasn't going to come above the bit. Good. Good. And trotting. Hey, Sue! Sue! Yell out there when you go past the bit. Come here a sec. So,
Yeah.
is Alicia watering?
Yes.
She can't. She can't move the hose.
Okay.
So we have to help her.
Okay.
If you wouldn't mind.
Yes.
Maybe you're invalid too. Alicia, don't do the hose. And rounding. Yes, yes, yes. Then soften and let it flop, but don't let it go out of position. Good. And letting him flop down into it a little. Yes, and then bend it again. You won't get many, yes. And then I can start to see the muscles work more than the skeleton. And move the rib cage slightly. Yes, transition to walk. It's very good.
Yeah, I can start to feel it.
Yeah. And then a good walk transition. And then a good stretch in his top line.
Yeah, and I just started today, I can start to feel his back come up a little more.
Uh-oh.
It is so much timing.
It is timing. Exactly. It's
Like, well, I'm doing what to do, but I'm doing it at the wrong time or something.
that's the thing. And then all of a sudden it can go from absolutely, you did the right thing, but he went the total wrong way. Not because you did the wrong thing, but because the timing was off. And that's why it's hard to teach dressage, because it isn't that you did it wrong, you just didn't do it in the timing.
Right.
And then I'm teaching it, so I can't say it fast enough. You know what I mean?
Right, but when you see yourself on the video,
Yes.
then I can really put it together a lot of times.
Yes.
I mean, I can't, it's a longer iteration to fix it, but then I start to say, oh, I needed to do that. She said, round down, but I really needed to be thinking about that about 5 steps sooner.
Right, that's right. That's right. 'Cause
When he
it
was
ca-
doing this, I should have been thinking about
Yes. So let's go back the other way. You can holler to the other girls, they can come in when they're ready.
Okay, you guys, you can come in when you're ready.
And we will do a little bit and then we will leave. Because that horse has not been out of the stall for 5 days. Can you just walk him for a few? It may be, we have to make sure he's gonna be, all right, or we may be walking him.
Okay.
Don't want him to hurt himself. So we're just gonna do another couple circles on the gray horse. So let's get him rounded this way. And then the horse starts to look like a different horse. He
Yeah,
looks,
and he looks, when he does round, he looks really big.
he looks really
He
big.
feels big.
Yes, and you can see that neck looking big. And then it's also that his shoulders look more massive. Good, and now let's go to trot. Work it out, work it out. Yes, work it out. So that's pretty good. Yes, that was good. Now, yes. Yes. Good, and then get that release, 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 release. It can even be in your fingers that they drop, 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 drop. It's a teeny bit. Now round it, and now bring it a little more forward. Keep that in your fingers, so that I don't have to say it, you just feel it. Yes, you know when it gets a little tense. Yes, then he disconnects. Yes, now move the rib cage slightly. And a little bit more forward trot. Yes, and rounding. Yes. And a little bit through the left side of his neck. Good, move the rib cage.
This is a little harder for me.
That's okay, because he's in a little bit different position physically. Good, 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 and in front of you. And now bring him more forward. Whoopsie, go back, don't do it now. Flex it again. And now bring him, up, flex him again. And now bring him left hand into the neck. And bring him a little bit more forward, not too strongly. And now just a little bit, just think more forward. A little bit more up and down and round and round. Because see if you can, how much forward you can handle. Or can he handle how much forward? Now move the rib cage. Because he's a little bit more forward, not too straight in the right. Good. Left hand into the neck. See how much lift you can get. Now elevate him. Good. Now bring a little more forward. Keep the suppleness. Yep, now supple. Yes, now bring him a little more forward. Good, and now walking. Yeah, really good.
Yeah, little by little. This is really good.
So I think that one of the things too is that you have to give yourself a chance to go through all this. You know, like this is where forward makes it very difficult for a rider. Because you can see if you just asked him for more forward,
he's gonna be nose out, sprawled. I mean, he's not a sprawl out kind of horse. He's not.
but he'll be sprawled out for him.
Yeah, for him.
And then all of your aids will get rougher because we've just added speed to a delicate process. And really, speed isn't what we want. So we would say it isn't even just forward. We want forward with a swing to his back, remaining in balance. So his back has to be loose, which requires that the horse shape his neck. He has to come forward, but it has to feel like he doesn't transfer weight onto the bit or onto his front legs. And that's very tricky.
Yeah, I mean, he's the kind of horse where I don't ever feel like he's the opposite of side. Like I don't ever feel him like leaning
Drop down.
It. You know, all he does is he flattens his back.
He flattens his back.
And puts his nose more out.
So his on the forehand isn't like meow, but it's like dropped.
Yeah.
It's dropped, and then it's just not a great quality gait. Whereas side is like running. This one doesn't. His version of running is not as serious, or it's difficult to manage. This guy balances. He's built for better balance. He's better balanced. The way is the size of his haunches to his back to his neck.
Yeah.
It's easier for him to stay in balance. But he, and that's great, but then now we have to make him work over his top line.
Right.
But it's easier with one that has a little easier time balancing himself. All right, good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, is it okay I ride on Wednesdays with him on my lesson, or, I mean, is Ursula right? I mean, what?
No, that was just for today.
Okay.
And I thought you were going to do Rizzy, but
Karen?
Karen did